Our second video comes with office sports. I wish that we would do this actually more often.
There it is.
And now back to work.
That is a good day at the office.
It was. That was awesome. So how many times do you think it took this guy to get it down?
But here's why I don't think it took that many times to do it. I think he told, because nobody would have shot it over and over and over again. You could. There's no friend. There's no coworker that would have just
three tries
shooting.
at the most. You think?
3 tries. Give me 3 tries. Film it, but then, then if you don't make it, I got to go back to my office.
So, at first I was thinking that this was going to be those sort of, I guess you could even say one of those portable devices when you putt into it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be a cup.
I didn't think it was going to be a cup.
So it was great. I thought it was that much harder to get it in the cup.
Yeah, it was harder. It was unbelievable. Though he'd lined it up, and who knows? This could have been like at some, Microsoft's office where they had it sort of perfectly. You just hit it here. It's going to hit there. It's going to go in. But I thought it was going to be like the guy was going to actually hit the driver and shatter the glass on the banister.
That would have been much cooler than just putting.
It would have been putting. Anybody can putt. But it was a great putt, and I'm a big putt athlete.
Are you really?
Putt golf. Yes.
No way.
I am.
I challenge you to a duel, my friend.
Let's do it. I'm fantastic. I'm going to shock you. The other thing is, and I can share this with the
videos via Sarah James, by the way. I have to give them credit.
Sarah James. Thanks a lot for that. With the TYT Sports audience, is that I broke my elbow playing miniature golf. That's a fact.
Can you explain the situation?
Let me just preface this by saying that the greens, it had rained earlier in the day. The greens were slick. Okay, so that was a big part of it.
Right.
I was playing at the Putt Golf just off of Rio Road in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Well familiar.
So I'm on the 18th, and the 18th. This is the least imaginative miniature golf course in history. It was just orange walls, green, and one giraffe, like a plastic giraffe, not on the course at all, just sort of to the side. And so we'd gotten to the end. I was with a friend of mine who, by the way, and this is pertinent to the story, was an orthopedic sports medicine surgeon resident at the time at the University of Virginia.
He was put to good use, obviously.
We'll get to that. So I'm on the top, and there's that 6 inches from the wall. So the 18th goes up. Right? It's the one where the ball goes and then you lose the ball. That's the end of the day. The 18th goes up. It's the only one that isn't just flat at that course. Go to the top. I take my putt, but it has to be a club head's length from the wall. So I'm on the edge and I hit it, but my foot is still on the railing that had been slippery from the rain.
Yeah.
And I slipped and fell, and I broke my fall with my arm, and my elbow went like that because I broke it. And I can't imagine in the history of knowing me that anything was funnier than that, because my friend who was the surgeon was beside himself, was uncontrollable, and I broke my arm. I was in legitimate, real pain. And he took me to the UVA hospital, and then he went back to my fraternity and told everybody what had happened, obviously, and a bunch of the girls. So when I got back from the hospital with him, there were like all these girls and fraternity brothers that were like out on the outside.
Were you laughing as you were in pain, or were you just? I
just couldn't believe. I was trying to think of what the story was going to be.
Yeah.
Like what was the saving.
How could I frame this in the best way possible?
How could I frame this in the best way possible?
Yeah.
And so I had it set, and I was in a cast. And
how long?
6 or 7 weeks. I mean, it was an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did it again out here with softball, right?
But that was different. That's a sport where you're supposed to get injured.
Is that what you did? You slid into the base?
I rounded first, wasn't going to make it to second, so I went back to first, and I slid into first to avoid the tag because I was late coming back. I was safe, by the way. I was very excited about this one because I got cut here, stayed in the game, bled. It was exciting.
Nice.
And I had friends, as you know, Ricky, some guys who played hockey professionally. And what they do to each other when they have stitches is they walk up to each other. Literally, they could have cut like this all day long. They go up to you, this hurt, this hurt, this hurt. And of course, I'm this Jewish kid from New York. I'm like, oh my God, my skull.
Oi, gewild, oi.
You know, and he pushes that hurt.
me.
Ah! You know, it was the worst pain I'd ever felt in my life.